respond, you were going to get beat. This is a nice throw by Jake Garcia. Put it right there.
Morris to make good decisions. Play action. Morris has 3 men going deep. He's chased, eludes a man. Has a man short, wants to go deep. Wide open. Unbelievable touchdown,
Safety 7-2. Later in the second, Kaya finds Stacy Coley over the middle. No one can catch him.
In his face and gets it out on time. Harley's able to keep his balance, and then it's just a foot race to the end zone. What a play.
Will throw. Looking for Knighton out of the backfield. He's got it, and he's gone.
All right, Canes family, welcome back to another film review. It's a rough one. You lose by 30 points. Less than 100 yards of offense is not really much. Much to talk about. That's positive, but I'm gonna try my best. But again, let's just get straight into it. This is actually just good coaching. These are the type of offensive things that I wish we would see. But it's just trips to the field side. This is a slant. It's just third down. They're gonna get Reek on this slant because look at this switch release between the number 2 and then the outside number 1. It's automatically a quick rub by him going this way and then you going underneath it. So by him going for that quick out, it's going to automatically naturally rub Reek. He can't get on that slant. Just something creative to, combat man coverage. We play a lot of cover 1. Obviously, that's what Cam was making all those highlight plays. That's, probably our best set. So Clemson, continuously, use that against us. 2x2 here. Clemson's going to get their matchup. They're going to have we're going to have our DN on a tight end. Just keep that in mind that this is happening. But he actually does a really good job, to be honest with you. I think he knew the ball wasn't coming. This is just great coverage by Harvey. Hands on, turn, looks for the ball. Dude playing real DB out here. But back to the matter at hand. So this is their matchup they wanted. This is their explosive freshman. Low-key, he's like that on Reek. So they want him, a bigger corner. And I love Reek, but this is probably a matchup that doesn't go really in his favor when he's not closer to the sideline to ride out. But this is just a diamond release. So he's going to go outside, and then break inside for that slant. Another third down when they're able to scheme something open due to the slant. Down here, corner, and a stop. So you just open up this middle of the field for that slant, and they went right at it. So again, Clemson being creative on offense. So this is the touchdown play. It's man coverage. It's trips to the field side. You're going to see this motion, this jet motion across. That means you see TC following. That tells them, hey, it's man. Fake the jet. Then you fake the handoff to the running back. So that's 2 running fakes. That's just going to suck up these second-level defenders and then get a perfect throw and catch on Ivy or this tight end. But he's supposed to have inside help. However, the help sinks in. You have 2 run fakes. So James steps up a little bit, and then just a perfect throw. When he has outside leverage, so he's playing like he has inside help. There's really no inside help. It's not like Ivy could have did nothing better on this play. That's just a great throw, great catch, and he didn't have the leverage to really get underneath that throw. So you see this is man because you see this going across. He has 2 defenders inside. They step up. That's going to create so much room. There's only so much Ivy can do. He undercuts it, but again, perfect throw. Can't really be mad at him right here, man. This is just a touchdown from a perfect throw, great catch. But again, it just sucks to see, bro. That's just good offense. Get the guy going this way. Here's 2 run fakes. It's going to be more than likely one of those linebackers is going to step up. It's going to open for that backslide slant that you want. That's a tight end on a corner. That's a matchup in the red zone that you really search for, even though Ivy's a bigger corner. But, again, I digress. This one hurts, and I know people are quick to jump on Jakari, but, when we took him, we knew there was going to be some work. Throwing the football and, showed some signs last week that he can make some throws, showing some signs this week that he can make some throws, but also, within these past 2 weeks, we've seen some inaccuracy issues, but, it's going to be changed with chopping of wood. This is actually, I love this set. We didn't go to it more, but I love the empty with Jakari. Spread them out a little bit. But even though you have your 2 tight ends here and Jacoby Young split, you got, trips. You got 2 receivers out here. So it's nice to see a little 5 wide, and this is just a blown coverage from Clemson. You're going to allow Restrepo wide open up this slot fade. There's the safeties staying on this out route and the inside linebackers on this out route for Skinner. Nobody covers X. That's a surefire touchdown, all the way to the crib. So you just have to catch that, man. The safety slips. It's a blown coverage. Pressure's coming. You can't lie. It's coming off the edge, like always, an unblocked defender. Off the edge, but you gotta, put a little bit more air on this football. Just allow him to run it in, even if you slow him down to the point where maybe a defender can come through and hawk him down. At least you complete this pass. But I just don't see anybody being able to catch X if you get him this football. So huge opportunity missed here on this first drive. This game goes 7-7. It might not turn out the way it does afterwards, but that's the way football is, bro. It's a game of inches. Completely bust coverage right here. Got to hit those because that opportunity didn't come again. So this is going to be a touchdown QB draw from Clemson. Let's just say, and let's be real, they get away with an egregious holding call here against LT. So it's going to be a QB draw. Going to go ahead and send the receivers out. Running back goes, and then he tries to follow in behind. This is literally just a huge hold. Dude's literally grabbing him and holding him, which allows, LT, which allows DJ, whatever his name is, to get past LT. That's a blatant hold, huge hole. And then again, just makes this cut outside on Jafari Harvey. Lyman's there to seal, and he just beats us to the edge. And by the time we're able to wrap him up, he is a bigger quarterback, so he's just able to get to the end zone. But again, that's just a huge miss right there. I mean, the dude is literally turning him, holding him, and grabbing him. I don't know what else would warrant a holding flag on the interior other than grabbing a guy's jersey and pulling him like that. Like I just don't understand. It's just clear as day here. He can only use one arm and one hand because he's getting bear hugged. But it is what it is. Refs miss calls all the time, and gotta still stop them. We like condensed boxes, even though it doesn't really work out for us. Here we go. 12 set. We're going to have a tight end here at fullback. You got Mallory here. So it's just a little pistol zone, inside zone for Knight. And then you just see right between this left guard and Mallory because we're going unbalanced formation. So you see we have 3 linemen on this side. John Campbell is usually your left tackles on the right side. We're going jumbo for whatever reason. It's new, so I guess that's cool. But right in between in Mallory and your left guard, who's now playing your left tackle, maybe you're supposed to read him and pull that, Jakari, and come out. However, we give that. That's a bad give. Would have liked to see maybe if this is how it's drawn up to read this guy. Would have loved to seen Jakari pull that and try to get outside. That's a D tackle. You have your tight end coming across too. I think that was a misplay there. You got to pull that. It's a 2x2 set here, and they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At the line of scrimmage, this guy's actually gonna wrap around on the stunt. That's actually gonna get home. So initially, picked up by the O-line here. But you have your left guard in here sealing this guy. They have enough bodies in there. That's 3 linemen on 2. So when you get 3 linemen on 2, what happens is that wraparound is going to be wide open. So you'd want a quarterback to step up into the pocket. However, he has to spin out because stepping up in this is meeting Jeremiah Trotter Jr. And his father was probably, I believe he has a relationship to him. His name and Jr. was one of my favorite linebackers in the NFL when he played for the Eagles. So I wouldn't want to step up into him either. Rolls back, spins back. And by the time we get away with a hold here, but by the time Jakari's even trying to be able to throw this ball, he's just all over him. So, again, just a blitz. It's just, we get 3 O linemen on 2 D linemen. Trotter comes around on the stunt, wide open. Jakari has no chance here. As he spins around, he still has no chance really to even throw this ball away. You have to protect the ball at this point being on your own goal line. So you don't want to try to throw it and cause a fumble. But, yeah, again, just overwhelmed at the line of scrimmage. Again, man coverage here, and I do give my hats off to defense, even though, yes, they scored 40 points. One was a garbage time touchdown, Clemson trying to run it up. But they were put in, position after bad position after bad position. There was a time in the game where it was 24-0, and we held and created multiple turnovers where, if you would just score off one or two of them, which I think we did score off one that we'll get into, but they gave offense plenty of time. If we could just, have any type of offense, maybe that you look at the defensive performance a little better. This is just a great coverage sack here. This is man across the board. Reed going across. You got Keontra going across. Everybody's locked up. James is on this guy out here. He's actually going to fold him, which was extremely funny because it's just literally by the ref, the running back Will Shipley, and you're just going to get folded right in front of the ref. But then here comes Harvey, who's come on in recent weeks. He's been getting a lot of pressure, a lot of sacks, a lot of TFLs. Here he comes, continuing to work, disengage him, and then Kelly helps him line up for that sack. Everybody's hype on the sideline. Great hustle play. But that's a coverage sack. Great work there. Everybody's manned up. This is locked up. Great job here. Great job here. Great job here. And then obviously James is going to just eliminate this guy from anything. And then here comes Harvey coming through. And then Nigel Lee help him finish up. This is just, a great single play here from the defense. So this is the Mallory play. I'm pretty sure everybody assumes. The only thing different is instead of having Henry Parrish, split over here as a backside receiver, now we're doing it out of a quad look. Pretty sure Clemson knows it's coming. So it's 3 slants, trying to get these meshes, get that bend going. Linebacker sees it. Jakari, great throw. So get it out in front of Mallory. So he gets the first down. I'm not complaining about it. My one thing is just, I haven't seen anything new to it other than just, oh, hey, man, just put a fourth running back this way to make it a quad look. Like, we're running the same stuff and, minimal changes. And later in this review, we're going to get to, something that we try the same thing over and it just doesn't work. So the same thing against Duke, just trips here instead of having, a quad look, you just have the trip. So everybody has this on tape. So just by moving that little quad, it's not going to make it look like, oh, my God, a completely different play. Everybody sees what we're trying to do with this back line and tight end. Again, it's just trips here. Henry split this time. So everybody has this on film. I would love to see just maybe a tad more creativity. Obviously, when you're not scoring a lot of points, the lack of creativity is apparent. So we're going to trips here to the field side. Got your 2 receivers, Kobe Young and Brashard split with Mallory as your tight end. It's going to be a quick screen. This is going to be Chikari's interception. It's not really his fault, but as you're trying to get guys in front for this screen, you're going to get somebody free off the edge. So you're throwing into the blitz. You're throwing into the pressure. So he just has his hand up at the right time, and it caused this pick. But, this is completed. Great job by DJ Scaife. Here's Inez Cooper. Here's Mallory getting out. This is the tunnel right here. In between these 2 hash marks, is going to be the lane for Brashard. There was definitely a lane to be had. However, when you're throwing into the blitz, he just gets his hands up. Just a great play by this defender. Then just miraculously just goes right to his teammate for the pick. But this was definitely, I don't mind the call. At first, we ran so much screens this game that, you might as well just, just gave up at that point. But this was actually a really good call. It just happened to be this guy hands up play, actually I should say, and then easy pick. But again, I think that was the right call there. It had a lot of good things moving, and then as we move forward, some of those screens just didn't make sense. This is all designed to get everybody flowing to the right side. You have your fullback, which is just another running back. He's gonna go quick flat. You got a corner here. They're gonna a little fake here. They're actually gonna make DJ roll out. But this is all about just getting that tight end across the field. So they have this tight end here who's gonna occupy James and our cornerback. So he leaves this wide open as this guy comes off from all the way across. Nobody checks him. Nobody communicates. It just looks like, everybody just jumps on this slant and then wide open, throw back. So we can't really tell whose responsibility it was going to be. Obviously, you could point out that James, he moved in, but his responsibility might have been in the middle. So you never really know, but it just worked to perfection. To see a guy this wide open, it hurts, man. It hurts because just watching, something creative on offense, bro, in front of us, and we just can't seem to get anything like that. ourselves. This dude, man. This here is going to be a QB power where they're pulling that right guard. They're pulling that, their second tight end to get in front of here. This is just going to be a great job by Mesidor, who's inside. Then you have Keontra, who's going to slip underneath this pulling tight end, get underneath that block, engage the quarterback, and then here comes Mesidor off that block as well. He's going to be with the left guard, going to disengage him, and then Keontra as he makes first contact. Then you have Mesidor diving in to stop for that third down. This was a huge stop for us to force Clemson to punt that football. 2-by-2 set here. You're going to see a great little switch release here. You're going to get get outside here, get Colby Young on his dragger across, which is going to be wide open, but you have this guy in the middle of the field as well who steps down. So it could be, with Jakari already looking, he moves out the way because he would have probably stepped down hard on Colby Young. So he's throwing this out route, good route here by X. He's going to get right to the sticks and then make his cut. He's going to get right there, just a little bit too far out from Jakari. Just not completely accurate football. Obviously, there's some pressure here coming. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at the line of scrimmage. They're going to bring 5 and kind of have one wrapping around. Jakari has to throw it a little bit faster than he wants to. Great anticipation, though, on this throw. Just got to make it more accurate. X is going to make those spectacular diving catches, but even it was outside of his fingertips. So you just have to, Jakari, put this a little bit more, on him for this first down. Love the read, love the anticipation. Just got to execute with this throw here. A great job here from TC and this man up in the slot. This is man across the board. We're going to be bringing Cam here off the edge. So this is basically just nobody is there. It's a cover zero. It's you on an island for real. So you bring in the double edges off. Cam comes free. They're trying to get this slant to probably their best receiver, low-key, even though he's a freshman. He's nasty. Trying to get that slant. TC, great read on that. Great pass breakup to keep him out the end zone here, because when you go cover zero, you have to cover. So it's just great to see TC fighting and competing here. So coming off that TC pass breakup here, we're going to see Akeem Mesidor, one of our best players on the roster, just abuse this left tackle. You see that bend? That's just great instincts. You see that left hand swipes down that tackle's hand, so he can't even put his hands on him. And now now you're free to just wrap around. When you're bending like that, O-line can just push you down, pull you, whatever the case may be. But if you already disengage his hands, then you're able to activate that bend. So that's one of the real good tricks of the trade. And then, Mesidor, obviously, who's been one of our best players all year, just continues to show up. That's just a great sack here off the edge. So, again, look at his hands here, swiping them down so he can't grab you. So as you go to bend, you're clear to go. Good sack here from Mesidor. Again, I love the empty sets with Jakari. I loved it. You get your 2 tight ends here as the wings. You get your receivers out here, and 2 receivers out here, and 1 receiver splits to the near side. I love it. Spread them out a little bit. Give them something. This is going to be a QB power all day. We're going to pull Brantley and Seymour around, who, again, kudos to him, is playing, some good football. Look at that seal block by Seymour. And look at this kick-out block here from Brantley. These are young guys, going out here making plays. And that opens up that avenue for Jakari to take off, right? So you have this looks like a little concept. We have this, if this was man, you would have, it looks like a rub route, trying to get this quick out here, getting this guy up in here. So it looks like a passing pattern. So maybe you slow up a DB, which it works because you get this cornerback outside. He has to take that quick out. So you need to have that type of pass, concept inside of this run play just to, get that cornerback outside. And that opens up the crease. But again, great block here from Seymour. Going to seal that edge. And then here comes the kick out block from Brantley. And the next thing you know is Jakari showing that speed and that footwork down the sideline for a big play. Probably our biggest play of the game, or longest play of the game. But again, here, just look at this seal here from Seymour. 18, showing us he's a grown man, blocking right through that hole for Jakari. Again, I love the empty set, especially for Jakari. His defenders or look at this box that's lighting up. Defenders have more to think about when there's more spread out. There's less space. Also gives him more space I said less space. It gives him more space to take off. But this is just a great read from Jakari here. It's going to be trips here to the field side. Kobe Young's coming on a dig, but you have X on his hitch, which is going to draw 2 defenders. So you see this nickel sit on X, and then that inside linebacker, he breaks outside on it, right? So once he does that, Jakari sees it, and he hits that dig on the money. This is great here from Jakari. This is growing up here. He's going, Kobe Young's on that cross or that dig. He's going across the middle. As soon as this linebacker vacates that area to account for X, already letting it rip. This was great to see from Jakari. Good pocket. Almost got batted down again. Would have sucked, but good pocket, good read here, good delivery. This is good football here from Jakari. It's 3rd down, so we're going to run it up the middle to try to get this 1 yard, regardless of how much people are in the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because you're bringing the tight end in motion to come, wham block this edge defender. But however, that really doesn't matter because guess what? It's going to be a unblocked defender who happens to be Jeremiah Trotter Jr. out of all people. We're just going to run right at him and then act surprised when, unblocked linebacker is able to blow up, 180-pound, 90-pound scat back. So it's just, what is the goal here, bro? You have Jakari. We've been running it well with the empty set, spread them out, let Jakari take it. But, we're just going to make the box more condensed and then, act surprised when it doesn't work. It's just, this play hasn't worked all year, that motioning in the running back and then boom, blowing up. It just hasn't, motioning the tight end and to get on the edge and then the running back gets blown up inside. Like, you might as well just spread them out a little bit more and not have to worry about unblocked defenders. So a couple things to look at here. This is just a great. Mesidor was dominant. I mean, he belonged. I mean, we're super happy to have him, and hopefully he's back next year with I think eligibility wise, he should be back next year. If I'm not mistaken, he's a sophomore, so it has to 3 years to be able to commit to the draft. So we should have Mesidor back next year. Just look at what he does to this left guard. He's elite. He really is elite. But let's get to the meat and potatoes of the play. They're going to be going at Spectre here. Man coverage with DJ Ivy. Clemson was doing this all game. They know our best defense is when we're in man. They combated it all game with, creativity. I'm going to get this switch release here. So this receiver's just going to literally block him as he's going out for his route, and he can get inside of him. So DJ, rightfully so, hits it. Receiver just drops it, to be honest. It was a dime, even in pressure. He just drops it, to be honest, and then Cam Kitchens breaks it up just to make sure he can't come down with it. Yeah, buddy, you're not Hunter Renfro, my guy. Chill out. So, again, this was just just a great scheme, open. You love to see it. A creative offense. And then, Cam Kitchens almost was able to get his 7th interception. He goes to bat it. He goes to get it, but then it gets batted out the air. But, again, great job by Akeem Mesidor applying that pressure. Great design from Clemson. Didn't execute, but, at least it went out for our favor to force that punt. Honestly, just a little confused here with what's going on. They have, trips here to the field side. We're going to get a double post, Latson and Kobe Young with the out route underneath for, for X. We get Henry Parrish swinging this way. We get Mallory swinging this way. We're going to leave this D tackle unblocked as we get the O-line going this way. And then try to get Jakari here for this shot play. He's going to have that pressure in his face, but, he just has to put, more air on this football. Don't know if it was tipped here, but it looks like he gets that ball out. So it looks like he just had to put more air on that football. Let Latson run under it to go get it. And this is a play that, could have been a big time, gain here. So this is a great job by Latson. See that DB speed turning? So he's going to get that step. He has the inside leverage. You put that ball here, let him to keep running, and that's probably a completion. So again, we got to make that throw, and you got to keep repping that out. We catch Clemson in a perfect call. We go 2-by-2. We motion in Mallory into the H-back. See these 2 extra edge defenders trying to come here off the edge. And then you have only one person in the middle. The safety's cheating to this left side. So the quick little zone read and swing Mallory around. So there was really just numbers to our side here in our favor because everybody from Clemson was creeping to the left side, and that safety, continued to creep. Great job here from X sealing. Great job here from Latson blocking sealing right there, so you can get Mallory out. But this was just off numbers. This was a great call here. Look, they got two off the edge here coming in. You got another guy coming that's gonna get blown by Mallory come around. And once this safety went this way, this was definitely just great play here and a way to catch Clemson on their heels a little bit. This is just, in my opinion, going to the same well. Too much times, Canes fans are going to be very familiar with this play because, Duke, Virginia Tech, who was Georgia Tech even just last week. We're just changing, where guys are lined up. But it's the same thing. So defenses, they're looking out for this. When you're going to get, instead of Mallory or, Skinner coming out of the backfield or the backside drag, it's the same thing here. You want to get this crosser going. This crosser is going. And it looks like, oh my God, he's wide open. Why aren't you going? Why aren't you throwing it? But it's just like we're gonna go through all these plays. We've run this play, 1,000 times. Nobody has looked at the crosser or the drag. This time it's just a speed out for Mallory as we put him on the left side, but nobody has done it. So maybe it's just not a read that they're being taught to go through. They're waiting for that deep crosser to happen between Latson and Colby Young, which we've gone to that well so much times here. Are we teaching them to continue to look and go through it? Because nobody's looked at this drag this whole time, so they're trying to get this crosser going. Clemson talks it up perfectly, and then here comes the pressure, and Jakari's going to get sacked here. Good initial pickup. He beats John Campbell late, but that's plenty of time. That's just how long it takes for that play to develop. But did they teach Jakari to look at that drag? Because we'll look at it versus Duke here. Same play, same thing. Just I don't think TVD ever looked at that drag. He's just waiting on Colby Young to break open. I think that that's what they're coaching him. Just wait on that to break open. This time it's going to be from Skinner. Just go across here. It's the same plays going over and over again, so are they really even teaching them to look at that crosser? I mean, that tight end, drags or quick flats, whatever they do, it looks like the quarterbacks are continuously just, staring at that crossers. At that point, it's coaching, in my opinion. Maybe they're dictating the reads, but here comes Skinner again. I don't think TVD ever looks at him. He's waiting for that crosser. So this is multiple times, we running this play and nobody even looks at that crosser or that quick out, depending on where we line the tight end up. But, Clemson's not stupid. Everybody sees this on film. The lack of creativity, just hey, let's put this guy here. But, when we get into the red zone, that's the biggest tendency on the board is that they're like, yeah, they love to run this crosser. They love to run these crossers. Look out for the tight end coming across. Like, everybody sees it. So it's just a lack of creativity, to be honest with you, man. We got to just keep chopping wood. One more game left. Got to win to be bowl eligible. But you got to score points to beat Pitt, man. So it starts off with a 2x trips here, and then motions to a 2x2 with this jet motion here. Gets across. I can tell it's in man on this side and playing zone here. You have the Reek following that crosser, way across here. So he's coming across. So Reek's going in man. Other defenders are in zone on this side. DJ's trying to hit that crosser here that Reek's chasing, and then he overthrows him. So then here comes DJ Ivy with an opportune pick. Let's just be honest. The defense, this could have got. It looked like it was going to get extremely ugly at, the 24-3. Defense held for as long as they could. Creating, several turnovers back to back to back. 3 drives with turnovers, and then we only scored, 7 points off of them. Could have made a better game, but great job here from DJ Ivy as he's dropping in his zone. You're seeing Reek coming around this crosser. He's been man across. Just oversails this, and then DJ Ivy gets his head around, gets his hands underneath the football, secures that interception. Great play from him. And then great to see the defense that just continue to fight, even though their chunk plays were happening and things like that. They were on the field all day. I mean, we had less than 100 yards of offense, so you just have to feel for them. But they continue to make plays, continue to fight. Obviously, last time we played Clemson, DJ Ivy had that big, block field goal return for a touchdown. So again, back in Death Valley, he's making a big play. After that big DJ Ivy interception, immediately, 3 and out, we punt it. Clemson's driving again. We're going to single high safety man. So we know what this is. This is Cam as our center fielder. They're going to go at the fake block here from their wing tight end and then release. So he's going to be fake blocking for that pitch, fake blocking, and then releases upfield right up the seam. So this is just catch and run. But great hit from Cam Kitchens. I mean, this is literally helmet right on the football. This is an All-American safety, showing you he's an All-American safety literally every game, making these type of plays. Helmet right on the football. This is textbook. Pops that thing right out. Forced fumble. Had 13 tackles. Was everywhere. DJ Ivy jumps on it. Great heads-up play for him. But just what a tackle and perfect technique. You couldn't coach this any better. Head to the side, on the football, wrapped up, drive through. This is, that's a tight end who's probably 250 pounds. Who Cam's stonewalling right there. If there's any question, who's the best safety in college football, you would be remiss not to mention Cam Kitchens' name in that conversation. Huge turnover. Again, defense, they showed backbone here in this third quarter, man. They really did. Offense just needed to give them something, man. Give them something. So much meat left on the bone, man. Offensively, getting a turnover and then the next play having a safety when it could have been a potential touchdown. It's just hard to see, man. You have trips here to the field side. You have your two tight ends, Skinner and Mallory inside. Your two receivers split. So there's a couple things going on here. You have this pressure coming here from the edge. So Jakari, if you see that cornerback blitz, you could throw into it by trying to get to that hitch. You also have Will Mallory coming on that post, right? He's going to go ahead and split in between this linebacker as he fades out. This safety has horrible discipline. He's going to actually just go completely with Mallory without even gaining depth. This cornerback sticks on Colby Young. Jaleel Skinner's wide open for this touchdown on this little slot fade. Or not a slot fade, but pretty much a slot fade. Just wasn't lined up in it. He's going up that hash mark towards the numbers. He's wide open here. We have to find a way to get our eyes. Obviously, he's a young quarterback. He's in the back of the end zone last week. With his back to the end zone, he ripped the slant to Latson. But this is just a different environment, in Death Valley. You just have so much missed opportunity on this play. You have Mallory, up the middle here. You have the blitz beater, throwing to the pressure. And then you have the design schemed up touchdown with this safety taking Mallory. And you have your freshman tight end wide open. So then you get the safety with the late pressure. So you have this cornerback who's going to eventually, this is all you can ask for Knighton in pass protection, right? He's blocking this guy for 1, 2. Like Jakari, you have to, step into here and let that ball go. It should have been gone already. Holds it too long, kind of starts fading outside of the pocket. So he's going to actually go into the defender. And then boom, here comes the safety. Let me just go ahead and skip to it. But, that's all you can ask for a Rooster in pass protection. I'm not going to have any, issues with that. But, his knee was down before he can get rid of it. So that's a safety. That's so deflating for the defense. Back-to-back turnovers. Offense doesn't do anything with it. But where's the angle I'm looking for? Right here, man. So you see the blitz coming. You can hit it right here for the check, which is what they notice. But what I notice is Will Mallory taking this safety. Yeah, go ahead, Dan Orlovsky. Go ahead. This is what I'm looking at right here. This potential touchdown. You got to stay in the pocket. Let this ball go with confidence, man. 2-by-2 set here for Clemson. Again, Akeem Mesidor just showing that he belongs in games like this and, big-time atmospheres. Look how he abuses this left tackle, beats around for that edge as shout out to Jordan Miller. He's going to be pushing this right guard back as GJ tries to step up. He has to actually step back, put his hand on him because Jordan Miller's driving him, who has come on strong these last few weeks, man. I'm super proud of Jordan Miller. Another one of these players we have to highlight that is bought into the program, what the coaching staff wants, and has been playing his best football. So he pushes him out, and then here comes Akeem Mesidor with the strip sack. Harvey, I know everybody wants to go like, he should have picked up the ball and stuff, but he didn't see it, so he thought maybe it was a potential pick. So I'm not going to get on him here, I understand, but obviously you want him to just pick up that ball anyway. But Jordan Miller, great hustle, picking this up, and then here comes the convoy. And Jordan Miller moving downfield as fast as you can imagine Jordan Miller moving downfield, to be honest with you. Just great hustle to finish this play, pick it up. He pretty much, helped Mesidor cause that sack by pushing that right guard right into that quarterback. And then now he's scooping and he's scooting down the sideline. Looks like we might need to get him on offense, to be honest. Let's start scheming up some plays for Jordan Miller. So go ahead and Harvey, I understand, fans want to say, hey, man, be heady, go get that ball anyway. But Jordan Miller is able to pick it up, doesn't hold his head down too long, goes and helps his boy out. But yeah, Jordan Miller, maybe we need to get him on offense, maybe. It was great to see us score, a touchdown off these turnovers that our defense, we went 2 turnovers in a row, nothing. Even gave up 2 points on a safety after one, and we could have had a potential touchdown. But this time we cash in. This is going to be the same play that Jake Garcia ran to, win the game versus UVA. Just a quick little little read handoff, and then pull your tight end across the formation, and linebackers get sucked up. And then this time he hits it to Brantley. Not the best throw, but, catchable pass by all means, which he then catches for the touchdown. So it was great to actually score a touchdown here, get him across. Everybody's checking, but he comes back across, yo-yo motion, and then now when he comes across, nobody accounts for him. So that's the point of that yo-yo motion, bring him back, gets the defense eyes going, then eventually they forget about him, open for the touchdown. So obviously that's the same play we ran to win the game pretty much, just the running back instead of being a pistol, he's next to him. So again, we're seeing the same thing, same plays, just maybe moving, one player, get across, and instead of hitting Brantley this time, Jake ran it. But it's nice to see him. He took a lot of heat for that, so nice to see him pitch it to Brantley this time. Clemson's they're trying to run up the score and show some creativity, on offense and continue to put up points. I get it. They're trying to get in the college football playoffs. It's just the nature of the beast now. They're going to send their player, Will Shipley, probably their best offensive player, and on this motion to look like that swing pass. They look like they're setting up that block. So Keontra and everybody, rightfully so, you have to respect that. However, they slip underneath it. And then, DJ hits it right on the money. He's going downfield. Love the effort here from Keontra to continue to chase downfield to make this tackle. But that's just, good scheming right there. They catch us slipping on it. It looks like there was even, maybe a chance for this to be a full touchdown. But then again, here's Keontra. This is one of the only tackles he does miss. Keontra goes and chases him down. So you love the effort there. But again, Clemson's trying to run that score up. But it's just tough, man, to see. I wish we were doing, things like this, things to, get our playmakers in space. But again, so this is going to lead to another Clemson score. But would you imagine if I tell you that, hey, there's going to be an unblocked blitzer off the edge that's going to kill our quarterback? We're 11 games in now, and just have to be honest. You just can't continue to happen. It just happens literally every single game, 11 weeks in. So we're going to go empty, which I like. With Jakari. But now, 2 tight ends here, two receivers split, then 1 receiver over here. You have this edge blitzer coming. This tight end's going out for a route, which is going to be, wide open. He's going to do this quick out. He's going to be open. But as Jake's going to release this football, which he's most likely throwing it to Will Mallory on this stop route, which probably is going to be a first down. You have somebody just free off the blitz, off the edge, which has been the story all year. And then killing our quarterback as he's trying to throw it. But again, just unblocked, unchecked. So this is on coaches. This is on scheme. This is on everybody and their mama because the quarterback for not checking it, but no quarterback has checked it all year. So what are they supposed to check to is now the question, because no one's done it. And that's just a huge issue. This is actually gonna wrap up my review, because this game's just over for me, dog. It's just touchdown now, up the middle, trying to run up the score for the style points, get their man Will Shipley, wherever he is, another touchdown for the stats. But again, just super disappointed about offensively this year, about everything going on. But again, it's gonna wrap up the film review. Go Canes.